In ancient Macedonia, a rugged kingdom, a child named Alexander was born in 356 BCE. His father, King Philip II, was a brilliant ruler who transformed Macedonia with a revolutionary army. Legends claimed Alexander's father was Zeus, and his mother Olympias fueled these myths, raising him to believe in his own destiny. From childhood, Alexander was surrounded by ambition and stories of greatness. He learned to ride before he could walk, famously taming the wild stallion Bucephalus by understanding its fear. This act showed his unique ability to see what others missed. Alexander's world was one of contrasts: harsh mountains, fertile plains, thinkers and warriors. His upbringing mixed royal privilege with tough training, absorbing lessons of war and leadership from his father. Olympias told him he was descended from Achilles, the legendary hero. Philip showed him the power of strategy and relentless ambition. Alexander was raised not just as a prince but as someone destined to reshape the world. The universe, it seemed, was conspiring to create something extraordinary. A boy in a small kingdom was being prepared to stretch the boundaries of what humanity thought possible. The stage was set for a legend. The world would soon know the name Alexander. King Philip knew a ruler needed more than strength, he needed wisdom. He brought Aristotle, the greatest thinker of the age, to tutor Alexander. Their classroom was the world itself, walking through the gardens of Macedonia. Aristotle taught Alexander about science, logic, politics, and ethics. He didn't just teach facts, he taught Alexander how to think. This sparked a lifelong curiosity and respect for knowledge in the young prince. Alexander carried Homer's Iliad, a gift from Aristotle, seeing himself as a new Achilles with a philosopher's mind. This education made Alexander unique, a warrior who valued learning, a conqueror who respected other cultures. When he marched to war, he brought scientists and historians. "I saw that you are not subscribed to the channel. What are you waiting for? Subscribe to the channel and do not miss this information." Collecting knowledge as well as territory. His campaigns were missions of discovery as much as conquest. The lessons from Aristotle gave him tools to understand the vast world he would encounter. Alexander's mind became his greatest weapon. He was prepared to lead not just with the sword, but with vision. The philosopher had armed the future king with curiosity and discipline. This blend of intellect and ambition would change history. Alexander was ready for greatness. In 336 BCE, Alexander's world changed overnight. His father was assassinated, and at just 20, he became king. Rivals rose and Greek city-states rebelled, sensing weakness. Alexander acted instantly, securing the army's loyalty and eliminating threats to his throne. He proved his resolve with swift, brutal action. Thebes rebelled, but Alexander marched south with lightning speed, surprising the city. When Thebes refused to surrender, he destroyed it completely, a warning to all of Greece. The message was clear. Defiance meant destruction. The rest of Greece quickly submitted, uniting under Alexander's command. In less than 2 years he crushed opposition and fulfilled his father's dream of a united Greece. Now, with Greece behind him, Alexander turned his gaze eastward. The mighty Persian Empire awaited a challenge that would test everything he had learned. The boy king had become a force of nature. His ambition was boundless. The world was about to witness the rise of a legend. Alexander was ready to make history. The thunderbolt had struck. The journey of conquest had begun. The fate of empires hung in the balance. Alexander marched toward destiny. In 334 BCE, Alexander led 40,000 men into Asia, facing the vast Persian Empire. Many saw it as a hopeless gamble, but Alexander saw opportunity. At the Granicus River, he charged across the water, leading his cavalry into the heart of the Persian line. His boldness shattered the enemy and sent shockwaves through Persia. City after city opened its gates to him. At Gordium he faced the legendary Gordian knot. He simply cut through it, declaring a new era. The real test came at Issus, where Alexander faced King Darius III and a massive Persian army. On a narrow plain, Alexander spotted a weakness and charged straight for Darius. The Persian king fled, and his army collapsed. Alexander had defeated not just an army, but the king himself. The myth of Persian invincibility was broken. Alexander's legend grew with every victory. He was not just a conqueror, he was a force of destiny. The world watched as the balance of power shifted. The Persian Empire trembled. Alexander pressed on, unstoppable. The age of empires was being rewritten. The world would never be the same. After Issus, Alexander turned south to secure the Mediterranean coast, besieging the island city of Tyre with engineering brilliance. The city fell after months, showcasing his determination. In Egypt, Alexander was welcomed as a liberator and crowned pharaoh. He respected Egyptian customs, winning loyalty without a fight. At the oasis of Siwa, the oracle confirmed his divine heritage, fueling his sense of destiny. This belief in his own greatness became unshakable. Before leaving Egypt, Alexander founded Alexandria, a city designed for trade, culture, and learning. He envisioned it as a beacon of knowledge, blending Greek and Eastern wisdom. Alexandria would become a legendary center of civilization. Alexander's dream was not just conquest but creation. He wanted to unite worlds, not just rule them. His journey was reshaping the map and the future. The legend of Alexander grew with every step. The world was watching a new kind of king. His ambitions reached beyond empires, to immortality. With Persia nearly conquered, Alexander faced Darius one last time at Gaugamela in 331 BCE. Outnumbered, Alexander's tactics created a gap in the Persian line. He charged and Darius fled again. The Persian Empire collapsed. Alexander entered Babylon, Susa, and Persepolis, burning the latter in revenge. But conquest wasn't enough. Alexander pushed east, driven by curiosity and ambition. He crossed the Hindu Kush into Afghanistan and Pakistan, facing fierce resistance and guerrilla warfare. In India, at the Hydaspes River, he met King Porus and war elephants. The battle was brutal, but Alexander's tactics prevailed. Impressed by Porus, Alexander made him an ally, but his army was exhausted, wary of endless war and unknown lands. They had reached the edge of the known world. Alexander's vision was limitless, but his men's endurance was not. The journey had taken its toll. The dream of reaching the world's end faded. Alexander's ambition had redrawn the map. His legend was now global. The world he conquered was forever changed. The age of Alexander was at its height. After years of conquest, Alexander's army refused to march further east. At the Hyphasis River, his men mutinied, forcing him to turn back. The return was brutal. Many died crossing the Gedrosian desert. Back in Persia, Alexander dreamed of blending Greek and Eastern cultures, organizing mass weddings and planning new cities. But in 323 BCE, at just 32, Alexander fell ill and died in Babylon. His last words, "To the strongest," left his empire to chaos and war among his generals. The empire shattered, but his legacy endured. Greek culture spread from Egypt to India, creating the Hellenistic age. Alexandria became a center of learning, preserving knowledge for centuries. Alexander's ambition changed the world, blending East and West. He remains a symbol of human possibility and the limits of ambition. His life was a comet, brilliant, brief, unforgettable. The world he shaped would echo his name for millennia. Alexander dared to become a legend, and succeeded. His story is a reminder: greatness can change the world. The echo of Alexander's ambition still resounds through history. I would like to thank you for watching, and it would be nice if you subscribe to the channel if you are a fan of this type of content.